Hello my creative friend, Olga Sabi here, and today I am starting a new series called Fluid Rhythm. It's going to be a very special combination of fluid paint, texture and a new approach to negative space. But most importantly, you will see that each painting in the series has not only the fluid movement of colors, but also very distinct rhythm. It's like music or dancing, and I'm very excited to share the first painting in the series with you, and today we're starting with a Cuban rhythm. And here's the first painting in the series inspired by hot salsa dance. Just kidding, I'm not gonna spoil you the pleasure of watching the creation process before you see the final result. So let's get to the process and I'm gonna share with you more about today's idea as we go. Let's get started! One of the features of this painting, and like for all the future paintings in the series, it's going to have very distinct separation between fluid flow and negative space, which is not going to be poured. Instead, I'm going to cover it with this solid color. And I'm using this very soft, almost faded pastel cream. Most likely I will need to paint over it again after the fluid painting part is done, but I want to do it to begin with right now to set the mood of the painting. Secret message today is eternal grace. And let's start layering those colors. As you can see, here I have created a texture that will basically be the shape of my blowout. And with that shape, I want to create a very dynamic flow that would have sort of a 3D effect, as if it was twisting in the middle. You will see what I'm talking about in a moment. And the tape is going to help me separate different sections of color. At least this is the plan. While I layer the colors, let me tell you a story of this painting. Like I said, the first painting of the fluid rhythm is inspired by salsa dance. I dance salsa a little bit myself, not very good, but me and Alex are having a lot of fun with it. So I want this painting to be a representation of the spirit of salsa. Vibrant, hot, daring and sexy. And it's not the painting of him or her. This flow is a representation of the dancing couple as a whole, united in a dance. As you can see, I have very vibrant colors here on the canvas with darker colors on the bottom part to enhance the 3D appearance. And let's begin the blowout. This is looking super fun, and even though the tape did not work out perfectly for me inside of the blowout, so I had to remove it, but it worked really well for shaping up this flow in general and helping me really match the direction of my blowout flow with the shape of the texture outline that I have created initially. The tape is removed and a bit of that fluid paint got on my non-pore section. It is not a problem as long as I sort of smooth it out before I add an additional layer of paint. The painting is dry, and this is where the next big section of work begins. I love the colors and the movement that I have created so far, but I really feel like some of the sections need to be touched up. I want to keep the fluidity of the dance on my fluid acrylics, but I also want to add some sharpness and enhance the texture and the direction of texture that I already have on a canvas. The darker, my shadow section, also needs a little bit of work to better match the energy of the rest of the painting. Finally, let's work on that negative space and the whole painting will really come together. So my flow, this bright salsa spirit, it's very bright, saturated and contrasty. Therefore, for my negative space around it, I want to do the opposite. I want this color to be very light, warm, sort of faded. Like imagine an old building on the street of Havana that used to be orange back in the day, but has faded under the hot Cuban sun and now has this almost peachy color. This is the kind of vibe I want to achieve. You thought I was done? Well, not quite yet. Final touch, I want to add a few golden splashes to this dancing flow, just to add a few bright accents. And if you want to know the type of gold that I'm using, as well as the compositional recommendations when using specifically gold leaf, I have created a guide for you. It's called Golden Touch and you can download it for free. I will include the link in the description. Make sure you check it out. Here is the very final look and I am absolutely magnified by the movement in this piece. Can you hear that salsa rhythm? And I love the combination of matte, a bit desaturated negative space and vibrant, glossy, flowing colors in the main part. And the texture, of course, really helps that dancing colors stand out and pop on the canvas. And also the splashes of that gold leaf really pop and bring it all together. Let me show you how it looks on the wall so that you can see the whole painting and get a much better feel for it. I named it Vibrant Beat and it is available for purchase on my website. I hope you really enjoy this first piece in the Fluid Rhythm series. Next Saturday, I will share a second painting in this Fluid Rhythm series, and let me tell you, that one is also going to be very special because I'm going to work with colors of rainbow, and I will do a premiere for that video, so the live chat is going to be available next week, next Saturday. So make sure to join me in the live chat if you want to ask questions or simply watch and have fun together. I will include the link to that next video for next weekend in the description, and you can set up the reminder now so that when it goes live, you get notified. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care, create with passion, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.